Hello everybody and a very warm welcome back to Bluebell Crafts. Today I want to show you how to make one of these really cute bauble Christmas cards, and this is what you'll need. Your smallest scraps and a glass to draw the shape, a pair of scissors and some fabric glue. This is absolutely wonderful for fabric to paper gluing, and I'll put the link in the description below. A couple of pens and a little bit of wadding, batting, and of course you'll need a blank greeting card or postcard and envelope. I've pulled two little piles of scraps. This is a brighter selection here, similar to the bauble here, and I actually quite like these non-traditional colours. But if you prefer something more traditional, then just pull some more muted, earthy, Christmassy colours. To start with, take your glass or any other round shape that you're using and just draw on the wadding, and then cut it out with a good 1/4 inch extra, and then you want to turn it over and start laying some scraps across the top. You don't have to remove all the threads if you want to have it looking a bit more grungy and textured. And just overlap a little bit. Just want to show you, you can also include little pictures or perhaps words from salvage edges. They're often a treasure trove for letters or colours and dots, numbers, and just layer these up. I always find it works really well to repeat a few colours, and it just ties the whole design together. This is such a great way to make use of your really tiny scraps that would normally end up in the bin. If you have fusible wadding, then this would make the next step a bit easier, and you just give it a good press to adhere or to fuse the fabric scraps to the wadding, so that would actually be ideal. Just double check there aren't any gaps where you can still see the wadding, and then you're good to go to take this to your sewing machine. If you have a walking foot, I recommend you use that because it will help feed everything through more evenly. Now I'm going to use zigzag stitches, and you can see here that I've used a variety of different widths and lengths, and I'm starting with a 3.5 and a 1.5 length. Notice that through the shifting you have ended up with a little gap. Just add another scrap on top to cover it. Right, I think that's done. Lots of lines. and I'm just going to give it a quick press. So this has stretched during sewing, and I'm just going to redraw the circle to make sure that it's nice and round. If you're making a few cards, you can actually do this in batches, and that will make it a bit quicker as well. Now this one here I've made with more traditional colours and used a dark thread and actually added some lines on here. So I've got a little piece of sari silk ribbon to add a little bow on top. And I'm just going to run the machine over that with a couple of stitches. The beads I'm using are Czech fire polish beads in 3mm, but you know, you can just use anything that you have at hand. I do like to place the bow a little bit off center. Either way, it just adds a little bit of dynamic, I think. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you for the next project. Happy creating. Bye bye.